Good morning. Look at all you beautiful faces. So I want to welcome you to the center, and if this is your first time visiting us, we have some welcome packets in the back, and you can speak with someone at the welcome desk or at the board desk, or even myself, and we'd be happy to help you. If you'd like a tour of the grounds, we have a beautiful campus. I'll be happy to help you with that. And the practitioner in service today will be myself and Reverend Lisa. And so I would like to thank all of the members of the team who help all throughout the week and are here each week to help us create this beautiful atmosphere for everyone that comes to visit us, and those of you online. So at this point, I would like to invite you to turn and look at the camera and wave to our friends online. And I would also like to invite you to please silence your cell phone. If your cell phone goes off, we'll sing happy birthday to you, because it must be your birthday. Okay, now we have an opening song from the 360 band, and then there will be focus announcements by Cher Matthews, and Lori Barnes will do a reading for us, and then we'll have a prayer, and then Reverend Lisa will do her talk for us. Okay, take it away.
We're gonna do tried and true, this little light. So those who would like to stand up and get into it, feel free, because it's your summer Blockbuster show up thing here, right? All right.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Well, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh yeah.
Well, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Each and every day.
Each and every day, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Each and every day, I'm gonna let it shine. Each and every day, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Everywhere I go,
I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the world, all around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, all around the world, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the world, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Oh, thank you so much. That was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So at this time, I'd like to invite Cher Matthews up to share the announcements, and she will actually be doing our reading also.
Good morning, all you shining faces. I can see you. That's great. Today after the service, there was going to be a CPR class, but the fire we're going to have to postpone that because the person is in that area. And so we will be rescheduling the CPR AED class for a future date. And again, this is offered for free so that you could be in service at a moment's notice to anyone, anywhere. On Thursday, July 23rd, Spiritual Principles and Practices with Christy Carr will be from 5:30 to 7:30 in the social hall. This is a foundational Science of Mind certified class. If you've never had one, now is the opportunity. Please sign up if you plan to attend. All the sign-up sheets are in the foyer. If there aren't any sign-ups, a class could be canceled or postponed. So it's very important to show your intentions. Another little thing about intentions. When you commit and you write your name down, you actually show up. It's like, well, I don't want to sign up. I'm still thinking about it. Sign your name. It makes a difference, okay? Bookstore volunteers are needed. Lori is focusing on the bookstore. I'm going to start doing some announcements so she can focus on the bookstore, but she needs volunteers. And what a fun space that place is. So I would invite you, if you're interested in being surrounded by beauty, that you see Lori. Next Sunday is Friendship Sunday, which is also Potluck Sunday. If you have anything harvested from your garden, I know I do, and you want to make something delicious to share, we all look forward to it. I found out how to make suffering succotash because I had so much zucchini and sun golds in my garden that I now eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'll bring some to share. Reminder that the only beverages permitted in the sanctuary is water. Water evaporates, it doesn't leave a stain. Next Sunday after the service, we have the opportunity to honor and celebrate the talented authors among us. This is a really unique opportunity. It's titled Meet the Authors. We have a lot of authors in our midst that come from the center. You'll be meeting Patty Bay, Luana Godinez, Bobby Gray, and our own Reverend Mary Mitchell. They're going to do a panel. Each author will introduce their book and briefly share a little about it, do a reading, and then they'll be available for purchase with what am I saying? Thank you, an inscription, that word, and an autograph with your name on it. Fabulous. So please join us for that. Science of Mind magazine study group will be Tuesdays. Again, it's 11 to 12:30 p.m. in the social hall. It's suitable for a drop-in attendance. If you're free to join anytime, think of it as lunch with Earnest Holmes. Now, I have a fun thing to announce, which is dancing into your divinity. And we had a blast last Thursday, and it's not too late to join in. It's every Thursday from 7 to 8:30, and this will be for a 4-week period. It's right here in the sanctuary. It's suitable for dropping in. If you missed the first one, just come. And it's called Dancing into Your Divinity. And if you like chair yoga and you want to dance in your seat, we have flags for you. And so now I'm calling it Dancing into Infinity. Do you get it? It was so much fun. I can't tell you. I was a little sore, but I didn't sit down the entire time because I was having too much fun. Okay, now, breathe in, open at the top, breathe out, and ground yourself in spirit. This is Illusions from Richard Bach. The world is your exercise book, the pages on which you do your sums. It is not reality, although you can express reality there if you wish. You are also free to write nonsense or lies or just tear up the pages. Imagine the universe beautiful, just, and perfect. And then be sure of one thing. The is has imagined it quite a bit better than you have. Trust the process.
Join me in knowing there is only one love, one life, one glorious mystery that guides us, lives through us, embellishes everything we do and everything we see. In this one, I rejoice knowing that there is infinite possibility. No matter the story, whether it's lovely or scary or just a dream, I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to look into the story and see that I have options, that Spirit can guide me through anything at all. So I say, on to this adventure, knowing that no matter what comes, I am guided and I can enjoy all of the choices that come to me. Knowing this is true for myself and for everyone, I give great thanks. And I release this into the law that always says yes, 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 yes unto me as I believe. I believe it is so. And together we say, and so it is. And now I get the great pleasure of inviting Reverend Lisa up.
Can you hear me okay? Awesome. Gotta just relax into this moment. It's been quite the adventure already today. How many of you remember, since we're not doing the physical CPR today, I'm just curious, how many of you remember the CPR from last week and what it means? Give me a C. Conceive. Perceive. Who remembers the R? Receive. Oh, good. I had to interject a little CPR into today. You guys are good. You remember that. So this morning, I want to invite you to a familiar place, the movie theater. How many of you have seen a movie in the last few weeks? Okay. So you know the atmosphere. The lights dim, the previews end, the music swells, and for the next 2 hours, we're captivated, watching a story unfold. We laugh, we cry, we gasp, we cheer on the hero and avoid the villain. And then we sit on the edge of our seats, wondering how things will unfold. Movies move us because they reflect us. And what if I told you that everyone here is also making a movie? Not someday, not metaphorically, but right now, you are creating your own blockbuster life, which happens to be the title of the talk today. Every thought is part of the script. Every belief helps create the cast of characters. Every emotional pattern helps shape the soundtrack. Every expectation influences the next scene. From a science of mind perspective, we know that life isn't happening randomly to us. We are participating in a creative process itself. Can you hear me? I think I just went off. They didn't want you to hear what Earnest Holmes said. By a creative mind which receives the direct impress of our thought and acts upon it. Belief has momentum. Expectation has experience and creates experience. So today, I want you to explore the question, what kind of movie are you creating? Is it a silent movie? I could just use this if that's an issue. Is it a drama? Maybe a horror movie. Maybe an adventure. Or maybe a combination of all of them. And perhaps more importantly, if we do not like the direction of the story, we can rewrite the script. Or can we? Science of mind says yes, absolutely. In fact, I found this laying around. I've always wanted to use one of these. I guess I have to stay here. So I want you to picture yourself, the scene. What scene do you want to write down for your life? How many takes is it gonna be to get through it? What role are you going to play? What's the date? How long are you going to give it? Do you have sound? I certainly hope so. You're the director, the cameraman, the production company. So contemplate that. Oh, wait, I always wanted to do this too. There. Now, let's begin with comedy. That's an easy one. Some people live inside a romantic comedy. Others live inside a sitcom. Some are in a slapstick chaos most of the time, living with a toddler. Think about a few of those in your own lives, where maybe you ran out of the house with 2 different shoes on. Anybody? Or a shirt inside out, and you just said it was part of the fashion statement. Or maybe you walked into a closed sliding glass door with lots of people watching. Now, comedy isn't about denying pain. Comedy is about perspective. Comedy sees the imperfection and still somehow says, this is part of being human. Think about people who can laugh at themselves. These are people who have learned flexibility. Science of mind teaches that resistance creates suffering, but openness creates flow. Comedy energy helps us loosen that grip that we are trying to hold and maybe control things. Humor is spiritual. It interrupts fear. Have you ever laughed when you've been terrified? It helps ease it a bit, trust me. Humor dissolves rigidity and reminds us that the universe may be wiser than our plans. Sometimes we become so very serious that we forget that joy is also sacred. We treat every inconvenience as some catastrophe. Every disagreement becomes a courtroom drama. Every delay becomes evidence that the universe has abandoned me. But what if some of these scenes are simply bloopers? What if life is not always testing us? What if sometimes it's inviting us to lighten up? That's why my past ministry was called Enlighten Up, because I believed that there is healing in laughter and wisdom in play and pain, but play mostly. A spiritually mature person is not someone who never struggles. It is someone who can still smile while growing. Apparently, the universe thought I had to grow a lot, so it gave me a few struggles along the way so far. Case in point, years ago, I was volunteering at a bike race in Sacramento, and I was taking a little break, and I saw from a distance Patrick Dempsey, AKA Dr. McDreamy from Grey's Anatomy. You know who I'm talking about? If you don't, he was voted sexiest man alive in 2023. Just saying. So I'm seeing him greet different volunteers, and on my break, I had just bought a big old bucket of hot caramel popcorn. And I was just enjoying this, and I just took a big old scoop and shoved it into my face. And all of a sudden, I look up, and Patrick Dempsey, Dr. McDreamy, is right in front of me, extending his hand to shake mine. Now, I automatically reached out my hand before I saw my slimy fingers, and I started to pull back, but then I thought I should tell him why. Well, in the meantime, the caramel has locked my jaw shut. So now something comes out like, I have drool dripping down the sides of my mouth. Dr. McDreamy kind of looks at me, shakes his head, and walks away. It was where my fantasy film met my horror film. Perhaps the most powerful spiritual practice is this. We learn to become a compassionate audience member, watching our own humanity, not condemning ourselves or shaming ourselves, but loving ourselves and saying, well, that scene could have gone better. And then continuing the movie. Now, let's talk about drama. Some people are living in an award-winning drama every single day. Anybody want to admit to that? No? Oh, brave man. The soundtrack is intense. The lighting is dim. And everyone is speaking in that emotionally charged monologue tone with a dun-dun-dun coming after each line. And to be honest, most of us have spent some time there. Drama is not always bad. It can reveal depth. It can awaken compassion. Drama can teach resilience. But sometimes we unconsciously become attached to its intensity. We begin to believe that struggle gives us identity. We replay old betrayals. We rehearse future disasters. We narrate our lives through suffering, being the central plot, all while violin music is playing in the background. Science of mind invites us to examine the beliefs underneath that drama, because the outer experience often reflects inner assumptions. If we deeply believe people always leave me, then my mind begins editing through that lens. If I believe I never get a break, I unconsciously notice every disappointment and ignore all the blessings. We become directors who keep casting the same characters into the same emotional roles. Think about it. You got the difficult boss, the unavailable partner, the betraying friend, or the critical parent popping up. Different faces, same script. And at some point, spiritual awakening asks us, are you willing to stop auditioning pain as the lead role? That can be uncomfortable because often the mind prefers the familiar suffering over the unfamiliar freedom. Yet science of mind teaches that consciousness can change. The moment we change our inner agreement with limitation, life begins reorganizing around a new pattern and drawing to that the new scenarios based on our new agreements. Now, this doesn't mean that we deny hardship. It does not mean we bypass grief or fake positivity. It means we stop worshiping the wound. I want to refer now to Dennis Merritt Jones in our book of the month again, The Art of Uncertainty. He says, in these challenging times, crisis seems to be everywhere. If you are willing to look, you can know that in every crisis lies an opportunity. That's a Chinese saying as well. Each crisis you have is the universe's way of manifesting, in a way you can't avoid, the dynamics that facilitate a change that is inevitable. If you are conscious, a personal crisis invites you to examine old habits and your attachments to the way things have been that have kept you stuck. End quote. We need not define ourselves by the hardest chapter. One painful scene does not determine the entire movie. And thank goodness for that. Because if every great film ended at the moment of crises, no one would stay in the theater. The transformation comes after the breakdown. The insight comes after the confusion. The breakthrough often arrives after the moment the hero believes all is lost. And maybe that is where some of us are today. And that's okay. Not at the end of the story, just at that dramatic midpoint. Let things unfold. Now, let's talk honestly about horror films. Anybody like horror films out there? Oh, a few of you. Fear is one of the most powerful creative forces in human consciousness. Some people live in constant anticipation of disaster. Every unknown is threatening. Every silence means rejection. Every symptom means catastrophe. Every news headline becomes proof that the world is unsafe. My grandmother used to cut out articles for me when I was in high school and mailed them to me about every bad thing that happened to somebody my age. I think she thought that that would protect me, but no, it totally scared me. So I stopped reading the articles she sent me. Fear has a way of projecting monsters onto the screen of our lives. Science of mind teaches that thought is creative, not because the universe punishes us, but because consciousness shapes perception, behavior, expectation, and experiences. Fear narrows the vision. It distorts interpretation. It convinces us that shadows are permanent realities. I love this quote by Rumi. He says, "You have all the ingredients to turn your life into a nightmare. Don't mix them." In horror movies, the characters often forget who they are. They panic, they separate, they lose connection with wisdom. And spiritually, we often do the same. Another opportunity that the universe gave me in trying to make me grow was years ago when I went to India. Now, I did my homework. I read all the stuff that said it's really dangerous for a woman to travel to India on her own. So the first day that I landed, while getting over jet lag, I had all kinds of fears percolating in my head. And I thought, maybe I'll just stay in my hotel room the whole 2 weeks. I'll have seen India from just the outside of my window. Well, I was also watching the Oscars while getting over jet lag that happened to be coming through live on my TV. So I was like hearing all these incredible little movie sound bites of really scary things, when all of a sudden I heard a knock on my hotel door. And I thought, uh-oh, here it is. I went and I peeked out the little peephole, and there I saw what was the equivalent of an Indian mass murderer, I'm sure. He had wild hair, wild eyes. I only saw him from the neck up, but I'm pretty sure he probably had a machete down below too. So I went and I just quietly sat back down on my bed thinking he'd go away. Well, the knocking got louder and louder. He knew I was in there. So finally I went and I opened the door, and there was a hotel staff member with a tray of food for me because he knew I hadn't shown up for breakfast. I forgot my divine nature, my inner wisdom. I forgot that the presence of life was always surrounding me and guiding me and protecting me. In fact, once I left my hotel room, I had a great time in India. None of those fears manifested. They were all part of the drama. Earnest Holmes taught that there is a power greater than we are, and we can use it, not manipulate it, not coerce it or control it, but align with it. The goal is not to never feel fear. That can be constructive. The goal is to stop handing fear the director's chair. When fear directs the movie, every scene becomes survival. But when love directs the movie, possibility returns. Courage returns. Connection returns. Creativity returns. And the story suddenly changes. Now, here's my favorite genre, the adventure film. Adventure stories are not easy stories. They are meaningful stories. The hero leaves the familiar. The hero faces uncertainty. The hero discovers hidden strength. The hero grows. How are you the hero of your own life story? Think a moment about some situation you've been dealing with, maybe trying to overcome. How can you turn it around so that you are the hero of it instead of the victim? Science of Mind is deeply aligned with the spirit of adventure because spiritual growth requires expansion. And expansion always asks us to move beyond the unknown. My adventure story began in February 2020. Anybody remember what was going on back then? I had just left India and went on to Thailand when all of a sudden I started hearing all these news reports. The world was shutting down. My friends around me, I was on a little island in Thailand. They panicked and they said, we have to leave. We have to get out. My family was calling me saying, come home now. But my inner voice said, no, I need to stay. Something inside says, it's an adventure. It's not scary. And so I stayed, and I found out that I was probably in the best place to be in the entire world because they shut down the island. No boats could come and go. We were kind of checking each other out going, who do we eat in case we run out of food? But never resorted to that. We realized, and I realized, that I was in the best right place. In fact, I didn't get COVID until I went back home to the US. And that was a year later. Every meaningful transformation begins with a willingness to step into a new scene. Adventure energy says, what if life is not happening against me, but unfolding through me? That is a radical shift. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? We began asking, What is trying to emerge through me? Adventure consciousness is curious and open, responsive and alive. It does not expect certainty before movement. Think about every great adventure movie. In fact, you might remember the Indiana Jones ones, one of the first ones where he has to step out into an abyss, and then this invisible bridge appears. That's kind of how life is sometimes. You have to trust and step out into the unknown. The hero never begins fully prepared. They begin hesitant, confused, ordinary. But something calls them forward, and perhaps Spirit is always calling us forward. Forward beyond limitation, beyond old conditioning, beyond the belief that we are small, separate, and somehow stuck. Sometimes the adventure is external. A move, a career shift, a new opportunity. But often the greatest adventure is internal. Forgiving someone, trusting yourself, learning to speak the truth, receiving love, believing we deserve joy. Those are heroic acts. And here is what makes adventure sacred. The hero is changed by the journey, not because life became comfortable, but because consciousness expanded. Science of mind teaches that life is forever evolving. Creation itself is dynamic, not staying still. The universe is not stagnant, and neither are we. So maybe we were never meant to stay in the same scene all our life. Maybe Spirit keeps inviting us to larger stories. Now, here is the central spiritual question. Who is directing your movie? Think about it. Is it fear, conditioning, old wounds, public opinion, past disappointment? Or are you allowing divine intelligence to guide your story? Science of mind never teaches that we can control every moment, but it does teach that we can choose our consciousness in relationship to life. We may not control every scene, but we can participate in the tone of the movie. And perhaps the greatest spiritual maturity comes when we stop asking, how do I avoid all these challenges? And start asking, how do I meet life creatively, consciously, courageously? Because even difficult scenes can become transformational scenes. A setback becomes a turning point. A loss can deepen compassion. A failure can awaken wisdom. The movie changes the moment subconscious and consciousness changes. So today, I invite all of us to reflect, what kind of movie have I been living lately? Have I been trapped in endless drama, lost in fear, afraid to begin the adventure, taking myself so seriously that I forgot about joy? And what new story is ready to emerge? Because science of mind reminds us that consciousness is not fixed. And perhaps the most beautiful truth is, Spirit never stops believing in the possibility of transformation. No matter how chaotic the middle of the movie becomes, there is always possibility in awakening. You can rewrite your story so that you become the hero of it. Science tells us that the brain does not know the difference between an actual experienced event and a perceived event that we're just thinking about. There is always the possibility for healing. the possibility of forgiving, and the possibility of a different ending. Perhaps when the credits eventually roll, the deepest success will not be whether we avoided every challenge, but whether we learned to live awake. Let us remember, we are not merely watching life. We are participating in the creation of it itself. For your homework, which you know I usually give, I want you to rewrite that old story that's been ruminating around where you've been the victim. Come up with a hero, new role for yourself. Every day, consciously or unconsciously, we are helping write the next scene. So may we write wisely, may we direct lovingly, and may we always remember that Spirit has an incredible vision for our lives. So join me now as we take a deep breath in and allow yourself to exhale. And as you do, let your eyes gently close so we go into spiritual mind treatment. And join me in knowing in this moment, there is only one. There is one power, one divine source, one divine director that is helping create our life story. We know that we always have the opportunity to choose joy, to choose peace, to choose love. As we transform the intensity into softness, we are able to release the past roles that we've clung to and be open to the new possibilities of becoming the superhero of our own life. And for this knowing, I am so deeply grateful. I know that we are blessed, and we go out into each new day with joyous expectancy. And so I release this treatment to Divine Mind, and together we affirm by saying, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you. And now we have a new movie, a musical to hear. Thank you, 360 Band.
Our bust out was, Dick and I went almost a 3-week driving trip, and we have our shared Yosemite shirts.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, dang, I keep getting my parks confused. I did that a bunch.
They're all the same.
We went to about 5 different states and visited family and friends throughout.
Yeah.
What a trip. I'm so glad to be home.
You ready?
I think I'm ready. Who knows? You got your capo on? His capo's on. Okay.
Go ahead.
On this precious day that's been given to me, let me know the wonder and the mystery. Let me be aware of the magic in the air. Let me do my best this precious day. On this precious day, on this gift from above, let me feel my heart, let me show my love. Whatever I may find, let my spirit shine. Let me do my best this precious day. Don't let me take for granted even one single thing. Let my every action sing strong and clear. On this precious day that is one of a kind, Let me speak the truth with God in my mind. Let me give my all, even if I fall. Let me do my best this precious day. Don't let me take for granted even one single thing. Let my every action sing strong and clear on this precious day that's been given me. Let me know the wonder and the mystery. Let me be aware of the magic in the air. Let me do my best this precious day. Let me do my best. Let me do my best. Let me do my best this precious day.
Okay, love that 360 band. Thank you for being here. So at this time, I'd like to invite the ushers forward, please, as we prepare for our offering. Okay. As I prepare to give my offering, my heart is filled with love and appreciation, since what is offered here is for my spiritual well-being. I am filled with gratitude, knowing life stays in balance, for as I give, I receive.
Magic Penny. I think some of you know the Magic Penny song.
Love is something if you give it away, you give it away, you give it away. Oh, love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. It's just like a magic penny, hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, you have so many, they roll all over the floor. For love is something if you give it away, give it away, oh, give it away. Yes, love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. Money's dandy and we like to use it, but love is better if you don't refuse it. It's a treasure and you'll never lose it unless you lock up your door. Oh, love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. So let's go dance until the break of day, and if there's a viper we can pay. For love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. Oh, love is something if you give it away, give it away, give it away. Love is something if you give it away, you end up having more.
In giving thanks, I give thanks for the blessed donations received in the offering this morning and during the week. I know that each dollar supports this spiritual family in many ways as we grow together, pray together, and give thanks for all that this center has been blessed with today and always. And together we say, and so it is. And I invite Reverend Lisa for closing remarks. Okay.
Okay, I'll do that. One thing I forgot to mention as well was I'm going to be offering a trip to Thailand. I hope I haven't scared you off with any of my travel stories, but please see the poster out there and you could sign up. It's for mid-January, late January. And we are also having these sign-up sheets because we're going out into the community and we're getting people to meet us at music festivals or, the riverfront programs that they have. So read the dates. We need people to help us with our booth to get this teaching out into the world because it's like one of the best hidden secrets and we don't want it to be a secret anymore. So please feel free to check those out and you could ask me questions as well. And so now let's just know that Divine Mind is unfolding perfectly here as you have one more song, right? Okay, as we enjoy the rest of the music. Thank you.
One more song, then followed with the peace song, which y'all will stand and sing with us. And you can stand on this one too, and you can sing with this one too, because you know it.
Yeah. Oh, think of your fellow men, lend them a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh, please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Oh, another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. You want the world to know we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Oh, put a little love in your heart. Right. Put a little love in your heart. Just put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Now take a good look around, and if you're feeling down, put a little love in your heart. I know when you decide kindness will be your guide, put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Oh, put a little love in your heart, everybody. Yeah, put a little love in your heart all the time. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Yes, put a little love in your heart.
Okay.
You guys are great.
On earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our one source, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joy. ha!